Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, chirpos and space pirates, welcome to Update News. All your information about the latest in Trailmakers developments in one place. My name is Utify, and today we are going to be diving into the first two Dev Diaries concerning the 2.0 update. Our first segment for today is Dev Diary 1, which covers the soundtrack for the new update. Overall, Carl describes the process in which he and Katarinth, better known as Scrapman, created the soundtrack for the upcoming content. If you want to see that, I'll leave a link to the VOD in the description. However, there were some juicy leaks to be unpacked from that whole stream, so let's have a look at that instead. First and foremost, the Reaper file containing the music is named tm_pio_mus_boss_battle_03. TM standing for Trailmakers, MUS meaning music, and of course boss battle. The fact that this track is called boss battle allows us to extract a key piece of information, that being there is going to be a boss fight in 2.0, and as such, a boss battle cannot just happen anywhere, which means there will have to be a new campaign on a new map. Other file names briefly shown during the stream supports this, and they are as follows: Combat 2, Meadows Day, Meadows Settlement Night, and Settlement 2 Frogified. At the end of the stream, they give us a listen to that very same boss fight track. I will give you a snippet here. The full version is on Flashbulb's YouTube. Link is in the description. Listen.
So there's the basic riff for an A section, right?
Yeah.
And now we got some leads coming in. So a bit of some melody here.
I love that part.
Moving swiftly onto the next Dev Diary, wherein we are given the first look at the new build mode user interface. Let it be known that this UI, along with its categories and subcategories, are still very much a work in progress and are thus subject to change. Primarily as a part of this change, we get a whole new look for the build mode, and it looks like this. Some categories have been adjusted and they now read as follows: all blocks, which is represented by the infinity symbol, structure and arrow, which both use the same symbols as before, mechanical blocks, which use this gear symbol. Many people in Twitch chat thought this was a saw blade. Do not make that mistake. Combat, logic, and finally this light symbol. We aren't told exactly what this is called, though presumably this just contains all the lights and accessory blocks. Below that, we also have collections for blocks that you would generally use for cars, boats, planes, and spaceships respectively. Guy, the man that joins Johannes to explain this new feature, tells us that this change is for two main reasons. One, the game is growing. Every update, we keep getting new blocks, and they need to go somewhere. Existing categories are becoming increasingly inefficient at sorting these blocks, and a whole revamp was necessary to easily and effectively keep adding more blocks in the future. 2. The old system has been in the game since its inception, and the team felt it was time for an update. Arguably more notably, during the showcase of this new builder UI were the appearance of Johannes' face plastered over some icons. This is because those icons are actually new blocks. So far, these are the only new blocks confirmed to be coming to 2.0, and they include a new seat and 4 new guns. However, as you may already know, some new blocks were not covered by a Johannes face. That includes a 1x2x2 block, so a gyro-shaped piece, a 1x4x4 block, essentially the same as the other one, but the sides are twice as long, and finally, a 1x4x4 scoop-like wedge. From what we can see in this screenshot, it seems to be an amalgamation of two 1x4 wedges stuck together, their base extended one stud in each direction, and corner wedges filling in those gaps. Very intriguing shape, and from my experience, a very fun block to work with. In a future diary, you'll be guaranteed to see these blocks in detail, so be patient. In other news, the Blueprint and Workshop Gallery download menu were given the same treatment, getting a completely new look, incorporating the vertical scroll and more visible blueprints at any given time, like so. At this point during the stream, someone on Twitch asks about a search function. This is what Guy had to say about that.
Then I see a few people asking for search functions. That's also something we've talked about.
Yes, so that's a big topic because it's not as easy as you may think, and even I thought, to implement. It is definitely on the talks, and we want to try our best to implement it, but it is takes resources.
Yeah.
We also didn't want to fall into the search as the solution for bad categorization and bad organization of the builder. So it was our priority to improve that first, and then we want to go more into like the option of having a search bar, and also when we do it, or if we do it, we want to do it well.
Yeah.
Furthermore, we also have a new transformation slot system. The most important things to know about this feature are the following. Primarily, vehicles in these slots are now constantly saved, which means when you change to another vehicle, be that one in a different slot, or one from your blueprints/downloads, that previous build will be saved and ready to be used again in that transformation slot. When making a new vehicle, you can plug it directly into one of these transformation slots. If there is a different build already there and it is not saved, it will ask you to either save that build or delete it. You can make a build in one transformation slot and copy it directly into a different one. This is handy for a multitude of purposes. For example, if you want to make one version of a build have weapons and another without them. Finally, we were given a window during the stream to ask some other questions related to the new builder. These include: how many more Dev Diaries will 2.0 get? Johannes said that there were going to be, quote, 5 or 6 more, which alludes to a release sometime afterwards, which if we count forward on the calendar points to March. How will controller work? Just like before, you can move the cursor around with the left stick, and when you get close to the menus, it will snap to the buttons and you can navigate around like that, either with the stick again or with the D-pad. Will my blueprints be safe? Know that every update is designed in such a way that old blueprints continue to function. Some mechanics always have the potential to change. However, as far as spawning goes, your blueprints will never fall victim to a new update. So rest assured, you will not lose your blueprints, and you never will, only if you delete them. Can you move the UI around? No. Can you change to the old UI? No. Johannes, why is your head a seat?
Because it's a new seat, and it's...
Because you can sit on it.
And it's...
Oh
my god.
In all seriousness, it is a new seat that is not ready to be shown to the public yet, as was the case with all the other blocks that had the Johannes face on it. That particular picture came to be when the waves were first announced to be coming to other maps other than High Seas. They were leaked before their time, and Johannes made that funny face in reaction to having leaked it too early.
Updates and when they're hopefully releasing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that's all the questions we've collected from Dev Diaries. Is there anything with this camera you'd like to see?
And that, my dear viewers, wraps it up for today's installment of Up8 News. I hope you learned something new today and that you enjoyed watching. If you did, consider leaving a like to boost my engagement. If you feel like my performance is worthy of your subscription, then leave one down below. And while you're there, if you have any suggestions for what videos I should make in the future, leave them in the comments. The next Dev Diary is scheduled to be on the 30th of January. My name is Yitify, and this has been 2.0 Up8 News Part 1. See you all next time.